I was not a Duterte. I did not vote for Duterte. Cory Aquino baby ako eh. So, nung iniimbestigahan ko yung tubig, I really submitted it to former President Noynoy Aquino. Pero no one was listening to me kasi nandun si Secretary Singson tsaka si Secretary Almendras. Eh, parehong Manila Water, Maynila diyan. So, naka-cordon ako. Hindi ako napapakinggan. When President Digong said, I don't know him. I never knew him. I just submitted all the investigation. And then, I was given a chance to present to Secretary Panelo. Discuss ko lang isa-isa. And then, lagi lang ako nagpapadala. And then, siya lang yung only president who acted. And then, talagang sinabihan yung Manila Water in Maynila. Ano kayo, nasisiraan ba kayo ng ulo? Ba't ko babayaran yung arbitration ruling sa Singapore? Tapos, pinaluhod niya yung dalawa para tumino. Lahat ng
Pinaluhod.
sabi ko, nangyari. Public utility company na sila ngayon. So, it only took the president. Digong. Doon, makikita mo yung, kahit di kanya kailangan, walang palakasan. Facts lang. Saka yung first time namin naramdaman na nakakatulong kami sa mga ospital na talagang yung Malasakit Center was really something. Itong free college tuition fee. Ilang dekada namin pinapasa to sa Kongreso. At lagi sinasabi, walang pera, walang pera, walang pera. Pero nangyari noong panahon. Ginawa niya ng paraan, nagkapera. Universal healthcare law is the same thing. Dahil ang tagal ko na, I've been in Congress since 2010.
May strategy na ang mga dilawan mga kadonatics kung paano nila talunin si Inday Sara Duterte sa campaigning. Tingnan nyo naman mga kadonatics. Ang sabi nila, grabe naman. Ang aga-aga mag-announce ng presidential run itong si Vice President Sara Duterte. Ngayon mga kadonatics, dahil nag-announce itong si Inday Sara, hindi na silang makatulong kung papaano kung papaano siya talunin mga kadonatics. Lahat na lang ng estratehiya, lahat na lang ng posibleng kandidato mga kadonatics na tila ba may advantage kay Inday Sara Duterte pero wala silang makita eh. Ngayon, doon na nila tatalunin sa campaigning period, strategy daw nila. Ay, at eto mga kadonatics, nako, isang maka-Aquino, it means isang dilawan mga kadonatics, ha? Isang dilawan, nagbago yung isip niya dahil sa ginawa ni Tatay Digong. At eto ay isiniwalat niya ngayon mga kadonatics. Kaya nag-viral siya. Todo support niya kay Inday Sara sa 2028 mga kadonatics. Eto, panoorin natin. Ito yung sinabi niya mga kadonatics. Ang ganda lang. Panoorin nyo. Ayan.
Ngayon, marami namang snatcher. Marami na namang nakuha. Nawala lahat yan nung panahon. At saka talagang makikita mo yung presyo ng drugs really increased during his time. Gustong-gusto kasi siya dahil totoo siya. When I was fighting the water, nobody was listening to me. I was not a Duterte. I did not vote for Duterte. Cory Aquino baby ako eh. So, nung iniimbestigahan ko yung tubig, I really submitted it to former President Noynoy Aquino. Pero no one was listening to me kasi nandun si Secretary Singson tsaka si Secretary Almendras. Eh, parehong Manila Water, Maynila diyan. So, naka-cordon ako. Hindi ako napapakinggan. When President Digong said, I don't know him. I never knew him. I just submitted all the investigation. And then, I was given a chance to present to Secretary Panelo. Discuss ko lang isa-isa. And then, lagi lang ako nagpapadala. And then, siya lang yung only president who acted. And then, talagang sinabihan yung Manila Water in Maynila. Ano kayo, nasisiraan ba kayo ng ulo? Ba't ko babayaran yung arbitration ruling sa Singapore? Tapos, pinaluhod niya yung dalawa para tumino. Lahat ng
Pinaluhod.
sabi ko, nangyari. Public utility company na sila ngayon. So, it only took the president. Digong. Doon, makikita mo yung, kahit di kanya kailangan, walang palakasan. Facts lang. Saka yung first time namin naramdaman na nakakatulong kami sa mga ospital na talagang yung Malasakit Center was really something. Itong free college tuition fee. Ilang dekada namin pinapasa to sa Kongreso. At lagi sinasabi, walang pera, walang pera, walang pera. Pero nangyari noong panahon. Ginawa niya ng paraan, nagkapera. Universal healthcare law is the same thing. Dahil ang tagal ko na, I've been in Congress since 2010. So makikita ko yung difference. It's not perfect.
Far from it.
Saka sa kanya bumaba, nag-trickle down ang pondo. Literally. We can feel it kasi we're legislators eh. We can feel it because nasa ground kami. At saka talagang makikita mo yung presyo ng drugs really increased during his 20 pesos lang ang shabu. So, nagpa-frenzy lahat ng mga drivers niya, lahat, tapos ganyan. Noong panahon ni Digong, tumaas na 1,000 plus yung shabu, din walang nabibili. Tapos, OFWs, pag umikot ka. Ito, perfect example. Meron ako nakausap sa Dubai, isang Filipino. Sabi niya, alam mo ma'am noon, nagpapadala ako ng pera, nananakaw yung pera kasi nagda-drugs yung pamangkin ko na nagbabay sa nanay ko.
Oh, kaya pala.
Oo. Tapos, yung naging si Digong, tumigil yung pamangkin ko. Kaya yung pera na iipon ng nanay. Ngayon, bumabalik na naman ng drugs. Pinalayas ko na dahil ng drugs ulit yung pamangkin ko. That's just one story. Yan ang story ng lahat. Kasi yung pera pinapadala ng OFWs, that's why they love the former president. Kasi napupunta sa drugs.
Kaya yung dedication niya, no? Kahit nandun siya sa So sa Hague, ang daming pupunta talaga
Kasi
eh.
naramdaman nila yung perang pinadala nila, hindi naaksayan ng pamilyang pinagpadala nila ng pera, hindi naubos sa drugs.
Eh, yun
At
hindi
saka
nakikita
takot
ng marami.
talaga ang mga pulis noon.
Noon.
Ngayon,
Operative
I
work.
don't know. I mean, I'm just saying the difference. Ngayon, marami na namang snatcher. Marami na namang nakuha. Nawala lahat yan nung panahon nila. I mean,
Isang araw na, munting na ako manakawan.
alam mo, naman mo to, syempre, umikot kami sa barangay eh. Kausapin mo lang yung mga barangay officials, they will tell
Pero
you.
marami.
Marami ka makukuha. Sorry, yan, umaba. But
My
I
God.
just wanted to explain kasi I'm sure mababasa ko ng mga, But I just, it from personal experience because I've been through many administrations.
Grabe yung mga pinagsasabi niya mga kadonatics. Kaya, you know, miss na natin si Tatay Digong. Grabe mga kadonatics. Ha? Kahit lang di natin siya makita in person, basta makabalik siya sa Pilipinas mga kadonatics. Ang bansa na ipinaglaban niya. The only nation na ipinaglaban ni Tatay Digong mga kadonatics, and the only nation also that treated him unfairly. Grabe. Tapos sabihin nyo ngayon, itong mga dilawan pag loyalista mga kadonatics, pag makita itong video na to, ang papasok sa mga kokote nila, sinungaling naman yan, bobo naman yan. Pero grabe mga kadonatics, ramdam natin ng isang presidente during sa time ni Tatay Digong. It was a different Philippines compared to now. I can say mga kadonatics, my best 6 years in my life mga kadonatics were during his term. Kahit nga hindi ko na-experience personally mga kadonatics ang pagiging presidente niya. Kasi, you know, OFW ako, hindi ko na-experience, hindi ako nakauwi mga kadonatics. Pero ramdam namin kahit sa malayo, di ba? Ngayon, pinipersecute mga kadonatics, isang taong nagmahal sa sariling bansa, isacrifice yung sarili. It's so unfair mga kadonatics na pinakidnap natin si Tatay Digong. It's just so unfair. Ngayon, todo support niya kay Inday Sara Duterte mga kadonatics because naniniwala siya na si Inday Sara Duterte ay ma-mirrored or ma-reflect yung ginawa ni Tatay Digong. Maybe even better mga kadonatics. Di ba? Maybe even better. Kaya ayaw ng mga kulubog na mga politicians, ayaw nila mga kadonatics na mapabuti yung bansang Pilipinas. Kaya lahat na lang ng strategy nila mga kadonatics, kagaya nitong panonoodin natin, gagawin nila para matalo si Inday Sara Duterte should she mga eligible to run for the presidency. Eto, panoorin natin mga kadonatics. Nako! Grabe, sobra. Ayan na. Naguluhan na sila kung paano talaga. Ito,
the fact that she declared this early, ito si Vice President Sara Duterte, of course, meron siya siguro yung nakikita advantages, and of course, in terms of seizing the narrative in the context of the impeachment. Pero at the same time, ano yung nakikita mong epekto nito doon sa mga naghahanap ng pantapat laban sa kanya? Kunwari itong legit opposition. Mas mapapadali ba yung kanilang proseso? Mamamadali ba sila, for instance, itong si Narisa Ontiveros, Pam Aquino, Lenny Robredo, mga pinklawan tsaka mga dilawan?
Dapat magmadali sila. In fact, that's the double-sided coin I was talking about earlier. On one hand, it consolidates her base, reframes the narrative, hangs a negative on her critics. That's one side of the coin, di ba? Natakot yung mga congressmen and senators who are going to ultimately vote, di ba, decide her fate. But the other side of the coin is that dapat kung talagang may sakit ng salita ko, maybe I should I want that back. Dapat kung may silbi man sila, di ba? Dapat ma-realize nila ngayon na yung oras para kalimutan na yung mga papogian, yung mga bangayan, ideology fighting. So in fact that's my number one. That's one of my 5
kalimutan ng bangayan, mag-join na mga kadonatics sa joint exploration kung paano talagang talunin si Inday Sara.
Diba? Sa playbook. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of Moneyball, Ian. Familiar ka ba dun sa concept ng Moneyball?
Hindi eh. Mm.
There's a wonderful movie. I suggest to the Fox Natics. You know, you watch it. It stars Brad Pitt.
Then, alam ko yung movie pero hindi ko siya napanood.
Okay, Moneyball is a concept in baseball wherein that revolutionized professional baseball kasi they turned it into a exact science. So hindi sila humahanap ng star player. Hindi sila humahanap ng star player. Ang ginawa nila, they came up with a completely math-based and database system na everybody has a unique role.
Mhm.
Alam nila yung moving parts.
Mhm. So,
Hindi lang sila nagda-draft or nagte-trade based on star players in terms of overall skill. Dapat yan ang gawin ng opposition.
anong kinalaman? Anong kinalaman kung wala kayong maganda or na pambato na ikalaban kay kay Inday Sara Duterte, kahit sino pa, kahit anong pang strategiya nyo, hindi yan mananalo sa kanya. Hindi naman ito isang basketball game na dapat may chemistry, mga kadonatics. Dapat lahat ay mag-boom, effective. Hindi, isang labanan to, mga kadonatics. Though, may mga tao sa paligid, may mga tao behind, pero isa lang one-on-one to ang labanan dito, one-on-one, parang boxing. Now, kung ilaban mo, kung si Manny Pacquiao yung kalaban nyo, tapos ilaban nyo kay sino? Sinong mahihina na mga boxer dyan? Ay hindi talaga mananalo, mga kadonatics. Hindi mananalo. Yung charisma ni Inday Sara Duterte to win the presidency, mga kadonatics. Parang Manny Pacquiao yung dating no? Lahat na lang, mga kadonatics ay naharas no? So, I don't think kung may estratehiya talaga na mananalo, mga kadonatics, against Inday Sara Duterte.
Moneyball. Walang star player, walang pabida. Everyone has a distinct role. Pick one and then assign roles to everybody else. But pick one, for crying out loud. Pick one already. And then
Mali.
dapat i-assign ninyo ultimately to do the math, yung tinatawag nating race to zero. So geographically titignan mo saan malakas to, saan ano yung voter base nito, anong age range, ano yung gender base nito, sino yung malakas sa matanda, sino yung malakas sa bata, sino yung magaling gumawa ng activations. So merong roles yan behind one consolidated, ideally, in an ideal world. Tama na yan. Tama na yung mga banat na yan. In an ideal world, kailangan
Wala dito si Edu Manzanas Siguro
Desperado na talaga sa mga kadonatics kahit pa anong gagawin nyo, kung piliin nyo si Virus, or piliin nyo si Lenny, or si Bam Aquino, or o si John Vic, o si Torre, mga kadonatics, do you think they would stand a chance against Inday Sara Duterte? Not even a percent, mga kadonatics, mananalo sila. So, kahit paano yung effort nyo, useless yan. The only way to beat Inday Sara Duterte is to impeach her. That's the only way.
pero nababanat siya.
Kailangan may isang kandidato talaga and everybody else plays Moneyball. That's what the opposition should be doing right now. This is parang ice bucket challenge to. Dapat nabuhusan na sila ng ice water sa ulo. Na sila, they were jolted away from their intellectual, moral high horsery. Dapat ma-realize na nila yun ngayon.
Okay. Pero how optimistic are you that could happen?
You know what? I remain a silver lining kind of guy. Maybe it will happen. I think naman, sana naman. Kasi at the end of the day, hindi lang naman, lahat naman may mga, I'm sure may mga campaign strategists din sila, na nagsasabi sa kanila and showing them the real actual numbers. In a 5-way race, Sara Duterte, you might as well bring her to the palace. In a 4-way race, you might as well bring Sara Duterte to the palace. There's math behind it. Just looking at the percentages of the base, diba? They're at maybe 30 to 35% of the electorate. versus 15 to 23%. So that alone should already tell you, in a multi-cornered race, almost sure win si Sara Duterte. So kailangan mag-consolidate, di ba? And you're not going to have cannibalism unless another Duterte-aligned candidate runs for the presidency, which doesn't seem to be as prevalent as the so-called united opposition who are all eyeing the prize. Di ba? Follow that playbook. Tinan mo, yung mga Duterte allies, alam nila na si Inday. Alam nila, di ba? Yan ang queen. Everybody else surrounds, castles the queen. Di ba? Dapat ganon. Play money.
Sino i-castle nyo? Si Leni Robredo, surrounded by a bunch of pulpul ng politiko? Sino i-castle nyo? Si Torre? Si John Vic? Mga kadonatics, sa dagway pa lang, mukha pa lang mga kadonatics, hindi nakaaya-aya, paano pa kaya mananalo? Ay nako, sa mga public survey mga kadonatics, we are not talking about the publicos, the SWS survey mga kadonatics, sa ano pang klaseng survey, Okta. We are talking a public kalye interview mga kadonatics, panoorin yung previous video natin nandun mga kadonatics. Actual yun. Actual, no edited. Walang edit mga kadonatics. Grabe, hindi man lang nakalahati yung numbers ni Leni Robredo mga kadonatics kay Inday Sara Duterte. 116.29 lang yung nakuha ni Leni Robredo. Can you imagine that? And that was conducted in Luzon mga kadonatics, where the field is even. Walang palakasan doon mga kadonatics. Ganyan talaga. Learn to admit failure. Ay nako.
Ball opposition.
Kasama yata ron kasama yun sa sa discipline ng rabid following, hindi ba? Alam natin kung sino yun.
Yes, di ba?
Yung Queen Bee, alam natin kung sino yun.
Alam natin, di ba? So it's really that.
Okay.
That's what the opposition should be doing.
Okay. So speaking of the opposition, so mas may chance ba yan kung one-on-one? I'm not saying my dream scenario. Lilinawin ko. I have to be objective in facts first. Diba? I have to be that guy. I'm wearing my objective campaign strategist hat. If you were in the opposition, kung halimbawa pro-opposition ka or anti-Duterte ka, your dream scenario would look like, absolute dream scenario would look like VP Inday for president, kalaban niya si Senator Bongo for president. Para at least may cannibalism doon. And then
Ayan na naman yung split vote mga kadonatics. Si Bongo na lang talaga. Ay nako, try to recruit Bongo, really?
United opposition plus administration candidate. So three-cornered race, may cannibalism sila.
Okay, pero
pag nabaliktad yung equation na yon, si Sara lang mag-isa tapos two opposition candidates or two administration candidates, patay na. Just give her the presidency.
Pero kunwari, Sara Duterte tapos isang solid candidate by the real opposition.
I would absolutely predicate that on kasi may yan ang tinatawag dyan, di ba, the ceiling problem, di ba? There's a ceiling problem. Diyan lalabas ang halaga, the very, very important essential role of the running mate. Yun ang diyan lalabas yung running mate. So I said it earlier already, sasabihin ko na naman, here I am being very controversial. If you got, for example, a real crusader type candidate, ethical, principled crusader na may proven track record to run for 01, to run for president, tapos ang kanyang vice president ay isang popular gut candidate that has mass appeal, then you can shift the discussion to acts of daily living, trabaho, edukasyon, plataforma. That's how you're going to beat the Duterte juggernaut. Diba?
Tama ba yung
If you get... Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
You're gonna put
Sir,
names, aren't you? That
Okay, ano na ako. Nakalma na ako. Okay, gusto ko lagyan ng mukha o pangalan yung mga binabanggit mo kanina eh. So, ang pumasok sa utak ko, no? Lenny Robredo and Erwin Tulfo.
Erwin Tulfo at Lenny. Ay, nako.
absolutely. I'm gonna get flamed for
Tama.
that, but yeah, absolutely. So you take away from the mass because yan, you break the ceiling problem. Versus, for example, if you got a Risa Ontiveros and Lenny Robredo, ceiling problem. They're basically analogs of each other.
Yeah.
Bam Aquino and Risa Ontiveros, or Risa Ontiveros and Bam Aquino, ceiling problem. You're talking to the same people. You're not increasing your voter population base, diba? But if you had a Lenny Robredo, principled crusader type candidate, proven track record in LGU, by the way, type ng botanteng Pilipino, think Digong, think ERAP, di ba? Nag-mayor yan, di ba? So,
Yeah.
ethical, principled candidate plus a running mate that has absolute mass appeal and is his own brand. I think if properly shaped, molded, and if you math the hell out of it, yeah, that can potentially derail a Duterte train.
Ito,
Ay, nako. Desperado na talaga sila mga kadonatics. Can you imagine na tatalunin nilang based on campaigning strategy mga kadonatics? Hindi na sila nag-appoint na kung sino yung ano yung tawag yun, malakas na kandidato nila. Doon na lang sila sa kung paano nila istratehiya, kung paano nila i-form yung chemistry ng kanilang grupo mga kadonatics where everyone can be a star. Anyway, kahit pa sino, wala na talaga. Pag si Inday Sara Duterte, pag-aabot na yan ng 2027 mga kadonatics, wala na. Doon mo na makikita yung mga balimbingan talaga. Well, anyway, comment down below mga kadonatics at babasahin natin yan. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. We miss Tatay Digong and keep on praying na talagang ma-okay na yung sitwasyon niya doon. Bye-bye.